When he ran for the mayor's office, Kasim Reed laid out a vision for a city that would run efficiently, grow economically, and invest wisely in our young people. In his first 2 years in office, Mayor Reed, working with the City Council and Atlanta business and civic community, is delivering on that promise and building a better city for our future.
Preparing the city of Atlanta for the future involves a number of things. First and foremost, fiscal stability. The city has to be on a sound fiscal footing. This mayor has made extraordinary progress in moving the city from having $7 million in reserves to over $90 million in reserves without raising taxes. This positions the city very well to withstand whatever unforeseen events may happen, and poises the city to be able to, for the first time in a long time, get back into the bond markets with the general fund, which is critical to investing in infrastructure.
Mayor Reed has done a great job for our city. He's tackled some really tough projects like pension reform and making our city safer.
The sweeping reform law addresses a $1.5 billion unfunded liability. And over the next 10 years, it will save Atlanta more than $270 million.
Additionally, this mayor has lowered costs in key areas while improving customer service and operations, use some of that cash to then invest in things like public safety and open the centers of hope and open the recreation centers, which provide a solid social foundation for the city of Atlanta.
We always say that the best economic development incentive a local government can have is an efficient and customer-friendly permitting approval process. And the new legislation the city has approved does that for the city of Atlanta and makes the city of Atlanta a leader for the nation in this area.
Abandoned properties can be an eyesore and a safety hazard. So the mayor reduced the backlog of code enforcement cases from 5,000 down to 1,500.
Mayor Reed's leadership and his continued commitment to public safety is really the driving force behind our efforts to make the city of Atlanta a safer city and making the Atlanta Police Department a world-class police department.
Well, the mayor's vision is that the city of Atlanta becomes one of the 10 safest cities in the United States of America. And so to be one of the 10 safest cities, you have to have a robust fire department, police department, and Department of Corrections.
We're making more police officers in the city of Atlanta, more visible in the neighborhoods. This time next year, we'll have over 2,000 officers on the streets of Atlanta. Operation Shield, the video integration network, where we're bringing all the public sector and private sector cameras into one network, integrating them into one system that can be monitored by the police department.
It all goes hand in hand. Corporations like Porsche North America, which he's been successful at bringing into Atlanta, those executives want safe schools. They want them for their children. They want safe communities. They want them for their employees. And Mayor Reed wants to deliver that for them and all of the citizens of Atlanta.
He's been pivotal in the deepening of the Savannah Port, which is key not just for Atlanta, but for everyone in Georgia and in the southeastern U.S.
Once the Panama Canal is deepened and widened and the larger ships can come in, if they can come to the Port of Savannah, it's going to help all of us immensely as we move forward. When it comes to cargo, we're not as busy as the other airports, and so we're working towards developing a program to increase that. 2012 will be a record year for this airport. We'll far exceed 90 million passengers, probably close to 92 million. And when we open the new terminal and the new facilities, that'll add an additional 2,000 to 2,500 more employees.
He's invested in the regional community, so working on the transportation effort and the transportation tax, and making sure that that is poised and prepared for success.
We will be successful in passing the new T-Splot, I'm convinced, with the mayor's support. When we do that, we'll be raising money for over $6 billion of transportation projects that will create jobs for our communities, as well as make it a better place to live.
He understands that reemploying this community is really up at the very top of things we need to get done. The Hire One program, which we launched with him last year, was just a terrific success. We've added over 15,000 incremental jobs, and he pushed it from day one, and he understands that economic development is kind of the backbone of this community. And to have a mayor that understands business, understands the dynamics behind the importance of business, is just terrific for a market like ours.
Atlanta has always looked to the future, And under Mayor Reed's leadership, we can see on the horizon a city that is safe, strong, financially stable, and ready for tomorrow.
For Atlanta to be all that it can be, we always have to remind ourselves that in the midst of all of our hard work, in these very difficult times, that we are best when we move forward together.